Well, I want to wish you a happy good morning Saturday. And I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy the day, throw the top back on the car and go out and bet some ponies. And I just wanted to get online and because I've had some people lately that have been reaching out, and I wanted to address those of you that are reaching out for one-on-one coaching or coaching or training. Uh, you know, First off, let me say this: I'm in the car business. I'm not a in the coaching business. I don't. The only people I train are the people that are close to me here. I don't do any phone training at all. Um, and my training, if I were to do it, it consists of more than just, all anybody can offer you is advice. This business is a wonderful business, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand it. Um, and personally, I don't believe it's something that you can prepare for. And I want to use that word carefully. Uh, you know, Going to an auction and buying a car and selling a car, reconditioning a car, are just hands-on things. I got to be honest with you. Even here at now, we have being a car salesman is a lot different than being a wholesaler. You become a wholesaler when you're going to buy cars. You're buying as a wholesaler. You're a retailer when you're selling those cars. Now, one person can do it all. It's very easy to do that, but there's two different frame of minds that you have to have. I'm going to use an example of one of my dear friends that I met from the YouTube channel, and I've had the honor of meeting him personally. Is George Durham, and I think if I had to ask George what he's learned from the car business, I think that he pays me a lot of credit for some advice that he's used. But I think once he's gotten into the business and understand the business, that there are no safeguards, people. You're not going to go out here and protect yourself that every car you buy is going to be a moneymaker, that every car you buy is not going to have problems. A lot of them are not, but no, you don't have to be a mechanic to be in the car business. A lot of ladies now are inquiring about getting into the car business. I see a lot of ladies at auctions. So you don't have to be a mechanic, but you do have to know a good car. Now, a good car doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good car tomorrow. It means it's a good car today. So, we've got videos here about having your scanners and checking your check engine lights and your little backpacks going to the auction. Everybody should do that. But when you go to an auction, you're buying today. There is no guarantee that the same car is going through next week. I have a philosophy that I use. Most of you know it. I try to stay around 3 grand and under, because a used car is a used car. Doesn't matter whether it's a $3,000 car or a $10,000 car. Now, my son, who is in the dealership with me, as most of you know, he's a high roller. He likes the high import cars. He buys the import cars, and he does very well with those. But we're two different ends in the same business, under the same roof. He does one way that works great. He buys your BMWs, he buys your Mercedes, he buys your Lexuses and Infinities and your high dollar cars. He has financing available. He does absolutely great. Me, when I got started, I was broke. So I only had so much money to work with, and I got comfortable with that price range of car. Now, I will say this: that price range of car is getting a little more difficult to find now. They're becoming more and more expensive. But we have wholesalers here that follow my lead, um, because they have limited funds and they buy and sell a lot of cars under the $4,000 price range retail. You're just going to have to jump in, get associated with the dealer, get access to the auctions, and go to auctions and just get your feet wet. You got to step out there and do it, people. You cannot train yourself to be perfect in this business or any other business. Now, there's guys out there that are offering training, they're offering consulting. Uh, you know, Waste your time and money if you want to, but you can sit on the bleachers and you can watch everybody else make money, or you can get off the bleachers and stop the training and stop the doing. The best form of training is hands-on. Start with a $500 or $600 car. They're available at the auction. Start with that $500 or $600 car. Chances are it's not going to be worth any less than $500 or $600, and you get a feel for the consumers. You get a feel for what kind of car you're going to get for $500 or $600, and you learn by hands-on. It's very difficult. Even if you came here, you'll see our wholesalers are guys that are operating with $100,000. Then there are guys that are operating with $10,000. And quite frankly, the guys that are operating with $10,000, to me, are doing very well, because, like I said, when these people are tying up $100,000, or you're tying up $250,000, and you're winding up servicing that kind of debt, all in all, when it gets down to less money, I don't see how they're making any money, and they're taking on a lot more responsibility. But they're happy with that, and that's the main thing that you want to, whatever aspect that you do in this business, where it's a $3,000 car or a $10,000 car, just be happy doing it, and get real good at specialize in a $500 or $600 car, or a $2,000 car, or a $10,000 car. My son, like I said, he's got people now that just really trust his judgment on, late model vehicles, cars that are ranging from, $8,000 to $15,000. So he's doing real well with those. So just jump out there and do it. I wish I could consult every one of you, but I can't do it and effectively run my business and enjoy my retirement. Good luck. Have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you soon.